Thank you for joining us for another video from the files of Unsolved Ghost Stories. In this video, we will take a disturbing look at 10 scary videos that are so disturbing that nobody should watch them while alone at night. So before you turn back, let's get on with today's video. Top 10 scary videos too disturbing to watch alone. Number 10. Amorphous Alien Blob. There are times when you have to see to believe. According to an article published by SwanLink in August of 2021, she had installed home security cameras outside her home in Canberra, Australia. She had been alerted as a result. An eerie figure is captured on film looking like a glowing blob with strange tentacles. The figure seems to blob and roll down the street, but then ascends through the air, climbing into the sky. Afterward, the clip ends. What could this alien-like creature be? Apparently, they have appeared in other places as well. Katie B writes in the comments, "I am from Texas and have seen something similar here before, but not caught on film. Who knows where else this could be happening? One thing's for sure, they are coming for us." Number 9. Bedroom Encounter. In this scary video, a person lies in bed clearly terrified. Unfortunately, we don't know what the terror is about, but we're about to. In September of 2021, this video clip was posted on the channel Fact Is. It has been trending in the Hindi-speaking YouTube community. In the video, the man keeps a steady eye on the door. Suddenly, the door bursts open with no one standing behind it. Getting out of bed with fear, the man pulls out his covers and turns to the other side. Looking back, he sees this creepy creature disappearing. He bolts from the room. Yet the creature with its pitch-black appendages and its beady glowing eyes remained on the back of our eyelids. Did we just catch a nightmare on film? However, as it turns out, it's on the YouTube channel of horror director Danny Donahue. So while the original may just be fictional nightmare fuel, it's done its job. It's fueling our nightmares. Number 8. Ghost Race. You can never win a foot race with a ghost. Several cameras in Ohio tracked a ghost in March of 2021, as published by Werewolf Radar. In the dark, a transparent figure streaks along the grass line. It emerges from the darkness and glides along the sidewalk until it is no longer visible. Videos of the figure have been posted on local Facebook groups. It was reported that a caller called the police at around 11 p.m., alleging that a young girl was sprinting around the neighborhood. When officers responded to the area, they found a child who fit the description. Apparently, an officer was surprised by what he saw. The small child was running too fast for a child. Having exited his vehicle and searched the area, he saw that the child was gone. Later, he found there was no one in the footage of his dash cam. Then what was going on? Is this a child, a fast-running adult, or a ghost? One thing's clear. It wasn't supposed to be seen. Number 7. Haunted Hospice. Don't you think you'd go crazy if a straitjacket was forced on you? A haunted hospice is revealed to be home to a patient in a state of disorder. In the story published by Facts and Mysteries in September 2021. In the beginning, the creepy patient sat on the floor, rocking back and forth. The bandages on his back are blood red. After a while, he stops rocking and sits still. But then, he starts back up, rocking again. Something is thrown at the cameraman as he approaches the patient, but the patient does not even turn around. The cameraman flees. And a moment later, he captures this on camera. It's unclear what it is. A demon, perhaps? There is a figure behind the doorway that has sharp, devil-like ears and can be seen for a few seconds peering out. Upon seeing it, the cameraman runs off again. In a later video, you can see the creepy creature peeking out from behind a ledge. The sight of him makes the cameraman sick. The cameraman falls over, coughing uncontrollably. It is unknown if he was sick due to this demon's presence. Could he have been cursed by the demon? Which kind? No one knows, but we can probably guess. The only thing we know for sure is that it wasn't supposed to be seen. Number 6. Hotel Ghost. It's no secret that we've all seen Hostel, but that's just a fear of the living. The CCTV footage shows more than orbs and dust. This footage, recorded in October 2014 at a hostel, shows a girl washing her hands and face at a sink in the hallway after leaving the bathroom. Suddenly, a shadowy figure leaps at her, causing her to stumble forward as she retreats from the sink. As she turns around to look for the pushy perpetrator behind her, she finds nothing, and so she moves forward. As you slow down the video, you will notice that there are no obstacles on the ground to trip over. The shadow figure is also clearly visible. It propels forward, causing the woman to trip on her own. Has an aggressive ghost invaded this hostel? And why is this creepy ghost so catty? Number 5. Bedroom Poltergeist. Let this man sleep, please. This poltergeist, captured by Really Haunted in February of 2021, isn't playing around. In the video, a man has a violent encounter with a poltergeist that leaves him with marks on both his back and arm. In the hallway, the homeowner hears something banging. He goes to check on the noise. Upon opening the door, he is thrown back into the room where he lands on the chair and desk. Something pushed him hard. As he's recovering from his shock, the banging continues in the hallway. Despite closing the door, it rattles against something else. As he sits against the door, it continues to shake. Really Haunted wrote that he spent the rest of the night behind the door trying to block it from entering the room. The owner said that right after he was pushed, he heard a creepy laugh. He was not so sure if that noise came from himself or the ghost. He thinks it was the ghost. The poltergeist isn't the first one to take up residence, but it certainly is the most aggressive so far. Number 4. Spirit turns the handle. It's not going to take long for this terrifying spirit to get through. Margarita Zverev reports in July 2021 that her kitchen cabinets are moving with a rustling sound. She heard someone walking up and down the stairs, but as soon as she pulled out her camera, the movement stopped. And finally, she could see it. Now what did she get? Girl enters the kitchen. A moment later, the door behind her swings wide open. It doesn't just pop open. You can see the handle turning on its own before the door opens with nothing behind it. One of the girls calmly closes it after the door opens. The poltergeist activity is unlikely to end here, but we are not completely certain. We are just getting started. Number 3. Grudge Girl Has A Grudge. Dance parties don't always end well. This was one of them. This haunting image was published by Breakman in August of 2018 and has been gaining traction among Spanish-speaking YouTube users. It shows a group of girls dancing, clearly enjoying themselves, but completely unaware of the wallflower buzzkill behind them who seems left out of the party. And for good reason. It looks like the creepy girl from The Grudge. Her long dark hair drapes around her pale face, her dark eyes, and a white dress. With her dress unfolded around her, she sits glaring. The girls seem unaware of her anger, or even her presence. Is this Grudge Girl holding grudges against someone at this dance party? From the look on her face, it looks like she probably does. Number 2. Haunted Homework. After watching this clip, you might not want to do your homework. The scary video was published by Mystery of the World in September of 2021 and shows home security footage filmed in Mexico. In the video, a girl stands at a small table doing her homework. It's a little past 8 p.m. Suddenly, some papers on the table start blowing across it. The wind seems to be blowing, but there doesn't seem to be a fan or any other wind source in the room. She runs out, but returns hesitantly soon after. As she does, the paper starts blowing again, this time clearing the table. Other items are also thrown to the ground. Suddenly, her pencil box falls under the table and her pencils rattle. Next, the table rattles to one side, its legs dragging across the floor. What does the poltergeist want with this girl? Whatever it is, we think it's time for this family to move because this house seems seriously haunted. Number 1. Open up. Now this is a terrifying situation. The footage of the Ring camera showed a crazy guy attempting to convince a woman to open the door. His reasons are certainly disturbing. The stranger tells the woman that he only wants to know a few things from her. In fact, he tells her this repeatedly, like a broken record. This repeated script is one of the scariest aspects of this video. He continues to ring the bell and knock insistently while peering into the house. He repeats his mantra, asking the same questions. He continues leering into the room as he knocks. It appears he even tries the doorknob. Eventually, he gave up and left. As he walks away, he seems to be carrying a bag. As he approaches the sidewalk, a male homeowner asks him who he is through the ring system, and his answer is chilling. The man doesn't reveal his identity to be the homeowner, but he explains that he's looking for the girl inside the house so he can kill her. The man then asks the husband to encourage her to open the door. The man repeats his terrifying goal a couple of times, noting without prompting that he's armed. The crazy man leaves again, but as he's walking down the sidewalk, you can still hear him say his mantra repeatedly, among a lot of other ramblings. 8 News Now reported that the woman inside the house had called the police during this ordeal and awaited their arrival. After social media helped identify the man, later that morning he was arrested in Las Vegas and charged. It is unknown who he is. He was booked under the name John Doe. Let's hope that John serves some time in prison. So, never open your doors to strangers. Thank you for being brave enough to watch today's video from the files of Unsolved Ghost Stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay informed of more creepy videos like this one. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video, if you dare.